welcome to Lionscapes. We are Sonia and Gaspar, and we basically teach drawing and creativity. And today we will prepare something special.
Well, yes, it's gonna be special because we're gonna do it together for the first time. And maybe I can just explain to you what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do one relaxation drawing exercise that is going to take approximately 20 minutes or a bit less. We'll see how it goes.
You'll see.
Yeah, and maybe we can just say how did we came up with this exercise. And yeah, Gaspar, would you do the honor for the first
Okay, gladly.
part?
So, while looking for different topics that we want to cover, we came across a very interesting question that a lot of people are asking us all the time, also our students in general. And the question is, why should I draw? Why should I basically draw if I'm not going to be an artist? If everything I produce is not art and doesn't look good? And, there are many questions to this, but we found a very interesting TED Talk recently that answers these questions beautifully, right?
Yeah, and it's a TED Talk by Ralph Ammer, and he did a TED lecture about how drawing helps you think.
Exactly.
Yeah, and there he explained so beautifully that when we draw something, we say, ugh, that was a horrible work. What a terrible painting.
It's not art.
Yeah, it's not art. I'm not going to do it again. And if you compare it with the language, when you write a poem, you never say, oh, that's a bad poem. I'm just not going to do the language anymore.
Or even like when you say something, he says, like, you don't go, oh, that wasn't a poem.
Yeah.
That didn't come out as poetry.
Like a piece of art.
I shouldn't speak.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's really resonated with us. Like,
Yeah.
Of course, we talk all the time, and it's not literature, it's not poetry, but we still do it.
Yeah.
And drawing is a different kind of communication.
Yeah.
But we somehow don't do it.
But still, we often emphasize that drawing for us is a way of communicating, analyzing things, and also think. So that's why we were asking ourselves, is there any other way that drawing can help us? And in these times where we're right now, I think drawing can get one very important additional meaning that's usually used in the art therapy. And we would like to try it out with you today.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I will just very fast go to our comments.
Yeah, do that.
Hello, have a good day, good morning. We have many nice comments. Angat says hello from Alberta, Canada. Errol
Wow, hi.
says hi from England. Pau, hi everyone.
Hey, nice to see you again. This is so
Yes.
great. How was your day? If it's evening, how did your day go? Or if it's morning for you, how did you sleep?
Yes. Then we have Anget who's asking, will you be doing song requests?
We won't be playing song right now here
Yeah.
in background, but I think you should you should put on your own relaxing music, favorite song or energizing song, whatever you feel like right now.
Well, I would suggest use something that can be just like a background noise or sound, just something that you like to listen to when you're reading or just thinking about something. You still need to hear my voice or our voice when we're talking and guiding you through this process. Yes, and then we also have Eleonora who says hi, and
Hello.
Hani, Indranil, no, you're not too late.
No.
Luis from San Diego, hi.
Hey, Louis. Oh, it's morning in San
Yeah.
Diego. I hope it's nice.
Okay, so I think we can slowly go to the next step.
Exactly. So, Sonia, what will we need today?
So for today's exercise, first the basics. Of course, you need a piece of paper or a sketchbook. Then, if nothing else, have ready a pencil or a pen. And that's basically the basic stuff. And then if you have any wishes or like urges to do something more, you can grab your favorite medium. Like if these are like pastels or watercolors, bring that as well.
Yeah, today I would say just get your favorite thing to draw with,
Yeah.
or paint or whatever.
And then, of course, if you're using other medium like watercolors, don't forget the water, cup of water, a brush, or maybe a paper towel, so that you won't get wet or just leave color everywhere around. And take care of your ambient.
Yes. So I already prepared for myself my favorite tea. Got a nice YouTube cup here.
I also have a cup.
It's I think it's a tea we still have left from Christmas, but it's great. It's marzipan flavor. And Sonia also lit a candle here.
Yeah, I also lit a candle. And if we could, we would maybe let some fresh air inside, maybe crack a window so that the chirping of those birds would be just in the background, and of course some music.
Put some music on, exactly.
Okay, and maybe we can also. Are you ready? Do you need a minute to just organize your stuff? We want you to prepare everything in advance. So we're gonna start, and then when we start the process, I don't want you running around anymore. So it would be awesome if you can prepare everything now. So put a piece of paper in front of you right now and pencil beside it or a pen. And just
get comfy.
Get comfy.
And let us know in the comments if it's okay to start.
Okay.
So while we're going to do this exercise, Sonia will lead us through it. You can really focus on the exercise. You don't need to ask too many things. I mean, of course you can if you have questions, but I would suggest that we focus on the drawing and painting, and then in the end, we would love you to share your experience and ask questions and, talk with each other how this whole thing went. And during the exercise, we'll have our focused time.
Yeah, so I think our viewers are slowly just giving signals that they are ready.
All right.
So we can start.
Okay.
Okay, so, and I would maybe like, because I know that someone is still cooking a cup of tea, talk a bit what's going on right now. But let me say, I won't go into any details, but just I would like to describe the situation just a bit. So we're in this situation right now where we need to stay at home, and beside that, we have our own problems and things we need to deal with. And of course, this limitation of movement is doing something with us. We had a system, and this system is there to give us some sort of feeling of normal life. And with that changing, also our own system, our work system, our, everything what you do in your life or did till now is slowly changing. And with that, so we have this situation that's causing you to think. And with every situation, new feelings occur, right? Because every situation, it gives you a thought, and this thought triggers an emotion, and that can be felt somewhere in your body. And right now, because we're here in this situation and we're a bit uncertain what's going to happen in the future. And it's not just about us, it's also about our family, our loved ones, it's about our job, it's about, so many things, right? That will probably change or are just changing inside of you. And what's this doing to yourself? Every time you don't find the answers to those questions, this uncertainty is just getting you a bit tense and maybe a bit anxious because you don't know what awaits you. And we usually don't address those kind of things because we don't know how to deal with it.
Or we don't even notice that we are anxious. This is interesting. I, for example, don't. Yeah.
You just get a bit like,
I just get a bit grumpy.
Yeah. And then we say, yeah, maybe he got out of bed on the wrong foot or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what we're going to do with this exercise is just going to try to channel what's inside of us, to locate the tensions and then try to transport them to a piece of paper.
Yeah.
And for this process, you don't need to write comments in the chat. You don't need to ask any questions. It's like Gasper will draw with you so you can see what he's doing. But don't copy his work because it's basically his own feelings or, I don't know, tensions. So I'm sure you can find some for yourself. Yeah. And maybe at the end, when we're done, we can share some experiences if you want. If not, then yeah.
Keep it, it's yours.
It's yours.
Today's drawing is yours. Even if you don't want to share it afterwards in the Facebook group or Instagram or whatever, it's totally fine. Today's work is for you.
Yeah, so using graffiti today, awesome. Vacation without pay, ready. Okay, I think we can start right now.
All right.
Okay, so time to turn on your background music. And as I mentioned before, you need to still hear my voice. Okay, so we're gonna start with a breathing exercise, which is called relaxing breath, or I call it just 4-7-8.
Mm-hmm.
And the principle of this exercise is that for the duration of 4 seconds, you need to breathe in. For the next 7 seconds, you need to keep the breath inside, and then for the next 8, you need to let it out. Slowly, if possible, through your mouth, but not like, but just like. And I would like to say, I'm gonna count a bit and just try to breathe with you and guide you through this process. But if you find this rhythm a bit too fast, try to find your own pace. And just keep in mind that you need to have like a breathe in, and then you need to have a pause where you just hold it in, and then the breathe out needs to be longer than breathe in. So break. Okay, and that's it. And basically what we try to do, we try to control our breathing with our head. That's the process. That's what we're going to try to do. So, yeah, I would suggest that we just start.
Let's go.
Okay, so...
should I close my eyes?
Yes, you can close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay.
You can too.
Close your eyes. And just do a breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it in. 4, 5, 7, and now let it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Repeat. Hold it in. And now slowly let it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we repeat again. Breathe in. Hold it in. And now slowly let it out. Let's do it one more time. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now leave your eyes closed and just don't forget to breathe. Just focus on my voice, but still keep on breathing. And feel how the breath or the air is filling your lungs and how you squeeze this air out, how you empty yourself. And do a few conscious breaths now on your own. You're still trying to have your eyes closed, finding your relaxed state. And now, let's move to our bodies and just try to find a spot where you can feel some tension. It can be a tension located, I don't know, maybe it's in your shoulders, maybe it's in your neck, maybe there's also a pain, maybe it's just a funny pressure that you don't know how it got there today. How is your back? Do you feel it in your knees maybe? Or in your head? And if you located this pressure or this lump of energy that's got stuck, if you could give it a feeling or one emotion, what would it be? Is it frustration? Is it impatience? Or maybe anger? What kind of feeling is your body holding inside of itself? Try to stay mindful. Okay, now we breathe in again. And we're still with our thoughts at this point of or lump of energy or this tension. And you open your eyes now. And in front of you, you have a piece of paper and a pencil. And now, with your pencil, make a big circle on your paper. It's not necessary that this circle is perfect. It's basically just round. And there is no perfection. There is no right and wrong right now because it's about yourself. So now, when you have this circle, focus on that feeling that you're holding in yourself again. And just start putting some lines or outlines in your circle. You can use lines, you can use spirals or squares. It can be symmetrical. It can be perfect balance like mandala or something similar. Just Don't think too much what is right or wrong. Just start filling your circle with forms and shapes that make sense in this moment. And take your time when you're doing it. You can do it fast or slow, but since speed in this exercise is not important, you're not following any guidelines or step-by-step tutorial, so you can just relax that you're on time. When you're drawing your circle, you're always on time. Think about how your circle is organized. Well, maybe not think about it so much. Maybe just look at it for a moment. Breathe in and breathe out. And see if something is missing. Try to feel if something is missing.
I will also be using a bit of color, and it's totally fine if you feel like your outlines or your shapes also need a bit of color. But it's also completely fine to leave them black and white, or just give them a bit of texture. Whatever feels right for you.
So try to focus on the circle and not the outer area of the circle. Your main attention should be focused in the circle. This is in this moment your small universe. And you can do with it whatever you want. You can do really thick lines. You can do just like small textures, or you can do geometrical forms inside of it. You can color some areas in or not. If you're using just a pen and a piece of paper, you can still do so much with just a pen. It's even better because it relaxes you even more. It gives you structure, and it's going to help you just to bring so much boredom in your brain that it's going to find space for other thoughts that are maybe more productive. And that's what we're trying to achieve. Just breathe in again. And breathe out. If you lost your connection with your tension in your body, you can also close your eyes in between the process. Do small breathing exercises like 1 repetition or 2. And maybe this tension is located somewhere else at this point. And you can add that to your circle as well. So there is no right and wrong. There is no competition. It's just the process that you're doing right now. Observe how the colors are mixing. Be present when you're coloring in the surfaces or when you're adding textures or when you're shading something. It's observation. It's all about the expression that your body gives your hand so that it can express everything that it wants to say. Breathe in and breathe out. So you can really take your time with this process. Even if you think that maybe Sonia is speaking too fast and you would wish for more time, you can give yourself this time. No one is rushing you. This is time that you can take for yourself. Just observe the process. See how the wet paint is drying on that piece of paper. If you have like a almost finished painting, you can also do a step back. You can maybe just, put your pen on the table and just lean on the chair and observe what you did, what you drawn. Look at it, but not as a critic. Look at it as an observer that's observing something that could potentially be a new language, and you're trying to read it. So, no one will evaluate this work. It's yours. And now, when you're looking at your work, at this expression, ask yourself, is there something missing? Should I add something? Is there something that's lacking? And when you're observing your painting, just decide that you're gonna do some more. So take your pencil again, or your pen, or your watercolors, or your pastel, and add some additional lines or texture. Think about what's still missing, or can I improve that feeling? Is that circle in balance? How can I improve the mood? How can I fix the tension in my body? Breathe in and breathe out. Enjoy the feeling of just holding your brush in your hand and just letting it slide over the surface. Be present while doing this exercise. And yeah, when you think you're done with your painting, you can just relax and observe your painting dry. Or you can also continue and add some more. Maybe there's another line missing, or you would still like to color something in. Or maybe you would like to do some additional textures. It's not that you need inspiration for this, because it's there in yourself. You can still add some points or spirals or lines. And when you think you're done, just observe your painting while it's drying. And ask yourself if that pressure or this tension in your body is still there. If that feeling is still present, then go and change something again in that painting. But if you noticed that something changed in yourself and you achieved some sort of relaxed state, then this is fine as well. And now when you're observing your painting, you can just think about it. Is there something you see in this image? Think about it in objective way and try to answer this question for yourself in your head. If you want to go deeper, you can of course take a piece of paper and write those things down. But for this exercise, it's okay if we just observe what we did and just be present for this moment. The second question you can ask yourself is, what do you think your painting is telling you? So, if this painting would be talking, what kind of story would she tell? What would she share with you? And then, for the last question, what would make this image feel a little bit better or calm? Breathe in and breathe out. So, if you still need a minute to finish your drawing or your painting, you can take this time, or you can just continue. You can also just put the sound on mute and just continue working on your own project, just exploring your own feelings. And if you're done, we would be very happy or interested to hear what are your thoughts. And we hope that this exercise relaxed you a bit as well.
I really enjoyed it. Thanks so much. This was quite an experience.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can share a bit of what I felt during doing this. How about that?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Of course, I would be very, I think everyone would be very glad if you would share something with us.
Okay. So it was actually amazing how when you said feel our body and then we draw the circle, it was as if, all the feelings and emotions in the body were then projected onto the circle. And I just, started letting them out and giving them shapes. It was like, actually, at first they were, kind of like some small pains that are there that I was aware of now because of your breathing exercise. And then, I noticed here is something, and then there's a bit of a headache maybe there, and then some pringling in the toes. And then there's like a bit of a tension on the back. And those are all the things that I suddenly felt and actually put on paper. And then I just let it flow because I was so much enjoying hearing your voice. And I started putting in textures in places where I felt that I wanted to relax a bit, that I want to relax myself a bit. So, I relaxed a bit of my back, as funny as this sounds, but it really felt good to do it. And I acknowledged the pringling in my toes here with its textures. And yeah, and then my main feeling like in the stomach, which I feel comes from like a constant pressure. It comes from like sort of an anxiety maybe. And so when you said let's do something against it, I put this yellow here because I had a feeling that it draws basically the whole circle together. And it felt very calming for me.
Wow.
Yeah. And beyond that point, I just continued putting in textures and shapes like they came spontaneously to my mind, basically to my hand. Not even my mind. I think my hand was doing work on itself. And yeah, this is what emerged.
Wow, thank you for sharing.
Yeah, gladly.
I was also researching those exercises a bit because there are so many exercises that you can do. And if someone of you will Google it, this is called a Zen mandala or Zen mandala. I don't know, how do you pronounce mandala? But it's a combination of mandala and something that should really like get you calm. And it's actually one of the art therapy exercises that you can do, and you can do it really in detail if you want. So you can take a long time to do it, or you can do it like we did today in 15 minutes or 20 minutes. So it depends what you want to do. But we know that if you draw something like this for 20 minutes a day, you will be very calm, and it's some sort of meditation as well. And you can use this process to get yourself to sleep and also organize your thoughts. And then if you want, and there are also different methods how to do it. In what I want to say is that if you use different lines, you can affect different areas of your brain or just pinpoint different feelings. So that's something that I didn't know, but I find very fascinating.
Yeah. So it comes back to this point that even if it's not art, drawing helps us. It can helps us communicate with others. It can help us communicate with ourselves, calm ourselves, focus ourselves. It helps us think, put new ideas, or give them shape. And it doesn't have to be, like we heard it in the TED Talk, it doesn't have to be poetry when we say something. It doesn't have to be art when we draw something. But for us, it has a great meaning.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would be super interested how you felt this. If you have like a short sentence to share or something, or even just let us know if you're already finished. And I'm gladly you can also share it if you want to, but as I said, you can also keep it for yourself.
Yeah.
Because these drawings can also be, feel kind of private because there are your feelings put on paper. Yeah.
So we won't be offended if you don't post anything on our Facebook group or
today is totally fine.
Or on Instagram. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's for
fine.
you.
Take your day, without social media maybe, and or your evening, whatever is coming up for you. And I hope there is nice weather wherever you are at, and you can at least open windows and let some fresh air in. If not, go out a bit if it's possible.
Yeah. I wanted to say something more, but I forgot. Because I must say, even for me, because I was just talking, I feel so relaxed right now. Maybe because of those of you because of the breathing exercise, or I don't know.
Change the camera.
But that was very nice also for me.
So, Sonia, is anyone given any feedback?
Yeah, so Anget feels at balance.
That's very good. I also feel like really balanced and calm. This was awesome.
Luis, when I saw the lines and put them together, the emotion I had defined at first, suddenly it pictured that emotion.
Mm.
That emotion was indecision. I saw clearly it resolution.
Wow. Okay. Glad you found that out already. Like recognizing it is a great thing, I think, right? Yeah.
Because this is where we start, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we forget that there's a very logical effect that our environment is giving us. Like it's like a ball that goes downhill. So first you have a situation that occurs. This is for every situation in our lives, right? We have a situation, and then first a thought occurs. I don't know. If that was a test, first thought when I got my test back and I got a bad grade, I would say not good enough or I'm stupid. And this thought would activate a certain feeling in my body, and this would be saved somewhere in my body. So we have situation, thought, emotion, and then there's body reaction. And this is how you can trace your thoughts for the whole body, basically.
Mm-hmm. That's very interesting.
Yeah. So Tina said, first of all, very calming to listen to Sonia's voice.
I know, I love it.
I could feel body heat in my back area, thinking about tension there. Michael, this helped me forget what is going on because I was focused on my drawing.
That's great to hear, Michael. I love that.
Tina also said, my emotion was restlessness. I can still feel my heartbeat intensely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Blanche said to Tina that he thanks for Jose Gonzalez recommendation, probably music, right?
Oh yeah, Jose Gonzalez, I think. Yeah, that's the pianist, right? I think.
And then Blanche also said that this was great, a moment of nowness.
Right. Yeah. I also really felt focused on this thing and Sonia's voice, and I didn't think about anything else at the moment. And to have 20 minutes pause from all the thoughts and everything, if drawing or painting can give you that, that's already worth it, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? From now on, every time you're in stress, I'm just gonna come with my relaxing voice.
Give me a piece of paper and say, write your feelings down, Gasper. Write them down.
I will just start, Gasper. Breathe in and breathe out. 4, 7, 8. Remember?
4, 7, 8. All right. Looking forward to those art therapy sessions.
Yeah, but very nice.
Yeah.
Blaž also said, this was great, a moment of nowness. My circle looks like a little boy's picture, but I love it.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it.
Exactly. It's supposed to look like that. This is the unconcernedness with how it's going to look,
Yeah.
That's great.
And maybe now when we're relaxed, you can just, drink your favorite cup of tea.
Yeah.
If you haven't already.
Or whatever you prepared for your favorite drink.
Yeah. And just enjoy the rest of the day. And we would also like to wish you a great weekend.
Yeah. And we hope to see you all again. It's always great, and really we're really grateful basically that you join us for these live sessions. They also give us a feeling that during these times we're not alone. We have our community, you. We have you, every one of you who watches this and gives us feedback, and every comment that we read, it really brings us joy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we hope you enjoyed this relaxing exercise, and we wish you all the best. We hope you can spend time with your family or your loved ones, and just enjoy your time.
Yeah.
And we see you then again
on Monday. We see you on Monday. We're going to do a creative exercise again at 7 p.m. European Central Time, and I think that's the same time that was today. So basically, you can join us again, and we'll do something fun and creative to stimulate the right side of your brain. And then Wednesday is again at the same time?
Wednesday, yes.
Yes, so Monday and Wednesday. And we'll let you know how our live streams are continuing over Easter. But since we'll stay here, we cannot travel, I think we'll just go and continue over Easter, and I hope you join us.
Let's paint some eggs together.
Let's paint some Easter eggs. If it's a tradition around where you are, we can do it. If it's not, we can still do it. Tell us in the comments. I would be interested if you would be interested in a Easter egg drawing painting session.
Maybe we can also draw Easter onion drawing session. I'm not sure. Maybe you won't get any eggs in your stores.
We hardly got eggs.
So if not, then we're gonna find some alternative.
Yeah, you can paint like an onion if you have one. We will paint round things. Let's say let's call it that. We'll consider which day we're gonna do that. But Monday creative exercise, and then from Wednesday on we'll let you know how things go. But definitely, I think it's gonna be Saturday again, and we'll see if it's gonna squeeze in a Friday. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Tina.
Tina, thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Really, thanks a lot. We really, really appreciate it.
Yes.
Thanks a lot.
We're really happy if we get a reaction out of you, because then we know we gave you some meaning.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that really keeps us going.
All right. Good. What should we say?
Good night. Auf Wiedersehen. Adios.
Good day. Adios. Sayonara. And you know what to do. Keep on drawing.
And see you next time.
Mwah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.